I don't know when I started to do it for the money, but it was somewhere between employee 1 and employee 10. I thought high-speed internet in Australia was expensive, but paying that many employees a full-time salary is a little crazy. By the way, fuck John Stamos. People say all the time, if you turn your passion into a job, it will kill your passion. I think that's bullshit. And I realize that sounds like a total contradiction to what I just said. When most people spend 35% of their waking hours working each week, and some people spend far more than that, it'd be pretty great to actually enjoy that time, right? I think the problem for me was that I lost focus of the part that I actually loved. When you try to scale a business and hire employees, you don't really have the same amount of free time as you used to. I often spent my time trying to figure out ways to create work for my employees and reviewing their work. I was forced to be creative. If I decided to take a break from making videos for a month, I still had to hit that payroll. I pined, yes, pined, it's a great word, shut up, for the days when I could tinker around with a new lens, go down a rabbit hole exploring ridiculous ideas, and watching The Office while eating lunch. Okay, to be fair, I still had time to do that. I can't say that I did it all for the money. As I look back at the work I've done over the past few years, there's a lot that I'm proud of. There are videos that were really exciting to make. They challenged me creatively and physically, and I wouldn't want to take any of those experiences back. And I can't say that it was all for nothing. I loved the people that I worked with, and I'm so grateful for all the experiences we shared. The core team I worked with for the past few years, Mark, Ashley, Spencer, Zach, and Emma, are all insanely talented, and I'm so grateful I got the chance to collaborate with them, and I learned so much from each of them, but management was never really my thing. So as you guys know, I'm redoing the office space. I'm redoing my main A-roll setup for my course and for other video projects because I just was not happy with how my first version came out, and things are starting to look good, you know? I'm making progress. I feel pretty good about it. When I started this project, I was like, this is gonna be so fun. I'm gonna do this all myself. I'm gonna get my hands dirty. And then I started it and everything went wrong. This is really one of those things where you, why is it so fucking bright, mate? You see here, this light is too bright. Too moody, that's the problem. I was telling you guys, this shit is too moody, but I just don't have enough light in here. So if I bring that down, let's bring it down, 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 down. Okay, and let's bring this up, 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 up. Whoops, wrong way. Up, 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 up. You're gonna get grain. You know, you go in above 1200 ISO on a Canon, you're gonna have trouble. Fuck it, it's still too dark, whatever. That's not bad. I don't know if I'm ever gonna work with wood again. I've bought about 17 power tools and I've made about 100 mistakes. This is really a project that's helping me come to terms with my perfectionism, because when I look at these desks, I see the imperfections. I see like the rings from the sander. I see scratches and marks that I've made. I'm starting to embrace the fact that I made this thing, that this is something that I did myself. I glued these tabletops together. I sanded this. I stained it. I'm not trying to say that I'm anything special, but I feel kind of special. The funny thing about this project is that I'm probably going to be kicked out of this room in a year's time because we're talking about having a second kid, and we just don't have enough rooms in our house to dedicate one room to an office space. So that's actually helping me deal with my perfectionism, because I'm like, well, everything's temporary. And isn't that true? Even if I wasn't going to get kicked out of this room, like eventually I'll move on from this room and I'll work from somewhere else. So I'm just trying to make this as great as I can while I have it. And that means having a lot of fun, throwing a lot of shit at the wall, experimenting and seeing what looks good and what feels good. That's what this process has been about for me. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to finish setting up this desk. I got to set up my podcast table. I got to do a lot of cable management. I got to set up my PlayStation 5, baby. Let's fucking go. This feels so much like day one again, and I don't think many people let themselves start over like this. My main channel is going to evolve from here. I'll talk more about what's happening behind the scenes here, but as long as I'm creating on that channel, I'm going to need to monetize it in some way. I mean, we've all got to pay the bills, right? But I don't want to monetize this channel, and I don't want to do sponsorships here. I want to have a place where I can create free from the pressure of money, views, and endless growth. But there's one little problem. Google is just gonna try to run ads on this channel. So I was thinking, and I'm not sure this is actually gonna work, but what if I curse in the first 15 seconds of all my videos? Then maybe Google won't run ads. because Google hates it when you say fuck in the first 15 seconds of a video. At the very least, this will sabotage me from making any AdSense money and make me completely unsponsorable to brands. Why John Stamos? Honestly, he's the first person I thought of. And you know, if you disparage Jesse from Full House, you disparage America. And what brand is going to want to work with you after that? So yeah, I just want to formally apologize to John Stamos. It's nothing personal. So